Amir Syazwan bin Anwar from class ED 246 3B.
Assalamualaikum and hi. My name is Mohd Aqlan bin Mohd Adhd from Adhd 246 3B.
ADHD or Attention Deficit Hyperactivity Disorder is a neurodevelopment disorder of childhood where they will consistently show one or more of these symptoms, which is the first one is inattention, second hyperactivity, and third impulsivity.
For documentary 1, which is a 9-year-old kid, Samantha, she has a symptom of ADHD, which is hyperactive, easily get distracted, acts on impulse, and got no concept of danger. For the second documentary, also 9-year-old kid, which is Henry. Henry has a symptom of ADHD, which is he is hyperactive, having trouble to focus, aggressive behavior, and acts on impulse. ADHD also affect the adult. In this documentary 3, we focus on the Semi, which is his age is around 30s. He has a symptom of ADHD, which is he always restless. He cannot concentrate well, easily get distracted, obsessed with his work, and also act on impulse.
There are 4 similarities, which is first one is in terms of problems or challenges, second in terms of support system, the third is in terms of socio-emotional development, and fourth is in terms of how to overcome. In terms of problems or challenges, Samantha and Henry share the same age of 9 years old. Sammy is older than both of them, yet they all share the same problem. All of them shows the symptoms of restless, hyperactivity, inattentiveness, and impulsivity. They tend to get distracted easily at workplace, school, and also at home. They also tend to do something bad for themselves. For example, Sammy smoked during his teenage years that act as a coping mechanism, yet the symptoms got worse as he grew older. Samantha started stealing others' belongings since 4 years old and act violently to her brother. Henry threatened his teacher with sticks and scissors as a weapon until the teacher have to call the police. In terms of support system, Sammy, Samantha, and Henry attain support from their family members. Their family try to understand about ADHD and seek for psychiatrists to help them. The third one is in terms of socio-emotional development. Okay, I will use the application of Erikson's lifespan theory in children with ADHD with this topic. Both Samantha and Henry are categorized in Erikson's 4th human development stage, which is industry versus inferiority, and Sammy has undergone this stage before. Children with ADHD usually are hyperactive but easily got inattentive in class. They easily got distracted during a learning session and also might disturbing the class. They are productive but do not learn well. If the children fail in the 4th stage of Erikson's human development theory, they might have problems in adolescent years, which is the coming years, in the stage of identity versus identity confusion. Last but not least, in terms of how to overcome. Okay, Sammy, Samantha, and Henry seeks help from psychologists and taking medication for themselves.
So, for the differences between the 3% has a symptom of ADHD in terms of cognitive development. For Samantha and Henry are 9 years of kids that are diagnosed with ADHD based on Piaget theory that consists of 4 stages of cognitive development that are categorized under concrete operational state. As a normal kid, they should be able to reason logically about concrete events. However, Samantha and Henry are difficult to focus because they're easily distracted and restless. So, when they are restless, they are hard to have a focus in any learning process. For Semi was diagnosed with ADHD in his early 30s and based on a Piaget theory that consists of 4 stages of cognitive development, he is categorized under formal operational stage. And in this stage, Semi should be able to idealistic reason in more abstract and logical ways. Semi is a cinematographer and he fits this theory because he's able to make hundreds of creative and technical decisions. He also has great eyes and instinct. For the differences in terms of support system, for Samantha and Henry, their support system is same, which is from their family, and they have their parents, which is their family are always supporting their children. For Samantha, her mother took a parenting courses in a years to take care of the Samantha and prepared to take care her in a long times. Besides, her parents take a psychologist to give her extra support towards the Samantha. For Henry, his family always supporting him in their house because his school doesn't give him the support that he needed in school, and his school doesn't prepare to handle kids like Henry. The school put Henry in a separate room where Henry could not meet and play with his friend like other children or other child, and this is causes Henry become more stressed and aggressive. And due to this event, his parents homeschooling him, but Henry still want go to school meet his friend. Meanwhile, for Semi, he's a married man and he has his wife. His wife named Sarah. He's a very understandable person where she always support and always give him space. I can relate this kind of relationship by using Bronfenbrenner ecological theory, and in this theory where it focuses on how people around that person can influence the development of that person. For example, first, the relationship between Samantha and his parent and also her psychologist is microsystem, and the relationship between Henry and his parent is also microsystem, but the relationship between the Henry with his school is mesosystem, which is it has a linkage with the microsystem. And last, for the Semi, he has the relationship between Semi and his wife, also a microsystem, which is they have a directly inter. So last, the differences in terms of how the support system help to overcome the challenge. First, for the Samantha, her parents seek help from the psychologist and giving her some medication. And for Henry, his parents homeschooling him because he's not suitable to learn at school, while the school also not give a support to Henry. Last, for Semi, he has his wife that support him to lighten his symptom of ADHD in his life, and he also used his work as a comfort zone because he has a good in his work.
Alright, so now we have came to the final part of this video. So for the conclusion, we can conclude that ADHD can also occur for adults, not just children. ADHD can be related to cognitive development theory and also social development theory. If the children shows any symptoms of ADHD, only their family have the authority to take action, not the school administrative. In addition, many adults are unaware that they also have this disorder and they need treatment immediately. Alright, so now we have come to the end of this video about the topic of ADHD. So I would like to thank to everyone that is watching this video. See you next time. Bye bye.